Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Again, this is Laura Belanger from the National Weather Service. I'll be doing your briefing today. We'll go ahead and get started. We've been enjoying some nice weather the last couple of days. I know that we have been looking forward to that after the kind of rainfall we've been getting recently. But unfortunately, moderate drought conditions have expanded in central Georgia. I'll show you a map on that in a minute. We are expecting some increasing cloudiness this afternoon. Rain is coming in tonight and overnight. We continue to be in this unsettled pattern through the weekend into early next week. Right now, we are looking at thunderstorm chances each day through Tuesday. Right now, the highest thunderstorm chances are early next week, but we can't rule them out for this weekend. And then we are expecting warm temperatures through next week above normal highs and lows, especially on Sunday. So these are the current conditions out there as of about 12:30 this afternoon. You can see on the satellite picture there on the left that we do have some high clouds that have moved into western and north Georgia. Expect what is in Alabama to kind of continue to move this direction. And then we do have some low-end gusts around. You may be seeing some increased pollen plumes in your area as a result of these gusts. But for the most part, temperatures have warmed nicely into the 60s or right around 70 for most of the area, and I expect that trend to continue through the afternoon. Taking a look back for the last 7 days, again, we've sort of had this quiet week here recently. Our 7-day rainfall total shown on the left is showing that most of the metro Atlanta area and west central Georgia have gotten less than 1/4 inch of rain for the last 7 days. There are some areas of far north Georgia and then that east central Georgia area who've gotten more like 1/4 to 1/2 inch, maybe a few isolated areas of closer to 1 inch of rainfall. But this is below normal for what we should be seeing for this time of year. That's what we're showing on the graphic on the right. This is 7-day percent of normal. So if you look at traditionally the amount of rainfall we should be seeing at this point the first week of April, what we have seen over the metro area is either 0 to 25% of normal. There are some areas down there near Columbus that haven't seen any rain over the last 7 days. But even the areas that have gotten rainfall this last week, we're still only looking about 1/4 to 1/2 of what we should be seeing, again, for this time of year. So as a result, we have started to see some drought conditions return to the state. Everything that you're seeing in yellow is considered abnormally dry. The tan colors that are kind of nosing their way into Lawrence County and other parts of east central Georgia, and now we're seeing it there on the western border as well. Those are moderate drought. Now, I caution you, we don't consider it really drought conditions until it gets to that orange severe drought. But you can see that with this reduced amount of rainfall we've been seeing, these drier conditions are returning to the state. Now, as far as what we're expecting kind of this weekend, beginning today into early next week, this is one of the forecast models that we have to look at showing this afternoon. All those blue and purple colors are moisture moving into the area. So again, I mentioned that we've got some higher clouds that have already made it into the state. Most of the models are showing that our rain chances are going to continue to increase through the day, but really all the rain right now is back in Mississippi. We're seeing that front line erode as it heads this direction. So I would be surprised if we saw anything before 10 p.m. or so tonight. And so we're looking good for most of that rain to happen overnight tonight into tomorrow. If you kind of push forward to Friday morning, this is Friday 8 a.m., you can see that a lot of that moisture has made it through the state. We're starting to see the back edge of that in northwest Georgia with some drier air moving in. That's the greens and yellow colors that you're seeing under that arrow. It's not going to completely clear out. We will see a little bit of the sun tomorrow, especially into the afternoon. And so this is now Friday evening. So most of the kind of upper 2/3 of the state are relatively dry. Again, we're not going to see the sky completely clear out, but we'll see a little bit of the sunshine there with the moisture just down over South Georgia. That moisture does not completely go away, however, as we flash forward into Saturday afternoon, this is 2 p.m. on Saturday, you can see a surge of that moisture return back northward. Rain chances continue, and then we continue to be in this unsettled pattern as we get into Sunday afternoon. That trough that we're seeing over Texas there with that blue and pink colors out ahead of that, that continues to approach our area and proceeds forward, and then that's going to be the next big rain producer as we get into Monday afternoon and then Tuesday. Luckily, behind this, as we get into midweek next week, it does look like the dry air does return to the area, but for now, this is going to be some much needed rainfall that we're needing across the state right now. Now, as far as our severe potential with this is the Storm Prediction Center's Day 1 outlook. So this goes for tonight into tomorrow morning. We are just in a general thunder. We're mainly carrying slight chances of thunderstorms overnight tonight. Nothing significant. We are not expecting any severe storms. Moving forward to tomorrow, we've got marginal risk there over portions of our southern CWA. So if you're in the Americas area a little bit further east, getting towards Vidalia, you can see there that there is a marginal chance for severe storms. But again, we're not really expecting the severe activity like maybe they could see tonight in Alabama, west and south of us. And then this is the Day 3 outlook as we're getting into kind of Saturday into Sunday. This is showing just general thunder again over our area. Again, our highest thunderstorm chances are going to be basically Monday as that upper low proceeds through the state. Now, as far as the actual rainfall amounts with this, the next 3 days, these are our rainfall totals, generally around an inch across the state. Some parts of west central Georgia near Columbus, there could see something more like maybe up to about 2.5 inches of rain. We are not concerned right now with flash flooding. This is going to occur over a period of time instead of very quickly. So as of right now, that's not going to be the big concern. Now, this is our 7-day rainfall total. You can see that those higher amounts spread into the rest of the state as we get into midweek next week, maybe seeing about 2 inches of rain as a kind of a general amount over the state with some higher areas over North Georgia, and then other pockets where we could see more like 2 to 3 inches, which again, right now is going to be welcomed. Now, as far as our temperatures through all this, we are going to see a warming trend through Sunday. It looks like that's kind of where our temperatures top out, or at least our high temperatures. Here we've got Blairsville and Atlanta on the left side, and we've got Macon and Americus on the right, just to give you a general overview on our temperatures. We could be seeing highs topping out into the mid-80s by Sunday, but then with that storm system coming through on Monday and then into Tuesday, pulling a front into the state, we are going to see some slightly cooler temperatures as we get into midweek next week. So again, we've seen an expansion in moderate drought conditions, especially in central Georgia. We are expecting the clouds to continue this afternoon and be relatively cloudy through the weekend. We'll see some breaks, but our main rain concern is going to be tonight and overnight, and then as we get into the weekend, we'll see those rain chances really return. Our thunderstorms chances do exist through Tuesday next week, but right now our highest thunderstorm chances are mainly that Monday, Tuesday time frame and not necessarily over the weekend, but we can't rule them out. Our main concerns are going to be lightning and gusty winds with those. And then our warm temperatures are expected through next week, particularly on Sunday, where it looks like we'll be the warmest. The briefing slides have already been posted on the webpage. We've checked those out. They are there. And of course, feel free to reach out to us if you have any additional concerns or comments. And right now, I will go ahead and turn off the recording and get you guys